Hello everybody, and in today's video we're going to be showcasing the Great War, World War I. Actually back in World War I, they didn't know there was going to be a World War II, so it was called the Great War. So we're going to be showcasing the stuff it has, and like how much infantry it has and stuff, and also provide a little history, like why they started using trench warfare. But basically, since there was like getting to be more and more advanced, things like tanks and stuff, infantry, like these soldiers, wouldn't really work against, let's say, a tank. They would try to do massive infantry charges, which they still kind of attempted in World War I, but in the trenches, but we'll get to that soon. But let's say this was a battle back then. They would send out their infantry only for a tank to come by and I should probably put a disclaimer on this. I forgot to do so in the intro. I think if I put it in the description, it'll be fine. But anyway, that's basically why they started using trench warfare. Trench warfare was in many different shapes and forms. They had small trenches, big trenches, advanced trench, like quickly dug trenches. There's a normal trench and then like some terrain ones. I like to just use normal ones. They look the most like the actual map. So let's say back then you were a US private. You would probably be in a trench like this with a weapon. And there were many many good things and bad things about trenches. The good thing was it provided lots of cover. As you can see, this troop can safely get some shots in. Obviously, it's kind of hard when aiming in a trench, but the main idea was there would be like little boxes here. See if I box. Oh my god, what's happening? Like what little wooden thing they go. Well, maybe with artillery when they go over the top of it to go like, and then go back into the trench. Trenches could fit like many soldiers. They could fit like 20, oh my. They could fit like 20, 30, a whole lot. Like this many. And there were actually downsides to this. For one, the trenches would like flood, kind of. Not really flood, but like the mud would get like knee height. It would get like very high up. So it would make movement kind of not as easy. There was also like a high chance of parasites and diseases getting in the mud. That's not good. So we'll get more into that later. But right here, I'm just going to show off some other cool stuff that this mod has before we demonstrate what a battle would really be like. They have lots of grenades. Let's just grab a few of these. And they also have barbed wire, which I'll probably make shorter at the end of the trenches, but basically Yeah, it's very painful for any soldiers who would go over there. Forgot to spawn a soldier. Let's say you are Ottoman officer. Yeah, this mod had like 90 different like soldiers you can spawn from a whole lot of different countries. I don't know if you guys can tell, but he probably does not like this a lot. He is probably very hurt. So like they would run over. I'll actually make this much smaller so you can see what it would be like in combat. This guy's head. So it would be like there would be a lot of it there. So there would be a lot of it there. They'd be running like they'd try to get in the trench. Chances are maybe there's a reason it's bigger in this mod than make it just a little bit bigger. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna really work with that. And they'd run over. Yo. Oh, my feet. And as you can see, his foot is broken. They might also trip. Oh, not like that. Okay. And there are also many grenades. Yeah, see, he survived. Well, let's see how you like this. Oh. Okay. So as you can see, there's a whole lot of stuff. Lots of props. Trench knife. A soldier would be holding this. Let's grab German private. They'd just be in the trenches, and then another soldier would go in here, and just like the UK, they'd go. I feel bad. That guy was just chilling. Let's give him a life syringe. This isn't part of the war mod, but still, we're just gonna heal him up before kindly putting him down. Yeah, see? No bloodshed. That's cool. They have a whole lot of different guns. They got this, they got this. A large variety too. I think this one shoots like very fast. I was right. So let's just see how all of them would fare against Austrian sergeant. Let's grab one for each of these. As you can tell, that was probably very effective. Let's grab this. Oh my goodness. He's up. Well, unfortunately, just like in warfare, guns have more than one bullet, so. Okay, very sad. This weapon. Which actually does not explode his head. And last but not least, this weapon. And there's still like 90 others. This mod really has a whole lot of stuff. So if any of you would be interested in trying this, just look up the Great War and it's probably going to be the first result. But now since this video is already like 10 minutes, good. We're actually going to demonstrate what a common conflict would look like. I have right here. Very confused. Okay. We're just gonna spawn this in. It's probably gonna like go into the wall. So we'll just move it. Into the floor. See. So what I've done is I've gotten 2 long trenches. I've extended them a bit to fit like 10 soldiers each. And I put this giant brick here to represent no man. Now, to make sure that this video actually is able to run well, let's just remove 2 from each side, because I bet this is actually going to be very glitchy. YouTube, I'm very sorry, but goodbye. So, this main area, no man's land, had no features. Now, even though this looks very cool, in real life, there would be like mud with parasites or diseases like up to here. Not all the time, but sometimes. And if you've ever heard of the term shell shock, that's what they called PTSD back in the day. So this little soldier would be very, very sad. Because there were a few different strategies. There was the aiming strategy, which, since I kind of like, since this is really people playground, and due to the ways I kind of lined this up without there being a block, let's just say this is aiming. That was very loud. This guy survived due to his helmet. I think that's the Doughboy helmet. It's very common for the US soldiers back in the day. Thank you for your demonstration. So yeah, they'd aim and fire. This would usually either have them firing back, or back in the day, those trenches actually used to have like a like a separate room they would go to during the next type of thing, where they would go over the top and go in. So the artillery, the barbed wire, all together would probably make a lot of these soldiers not be here right now. And when they go in there, they'd be trying to find the soldiers and then come out that little room and take them down. I don't really think I can demonstrate all that, but sometimes a few would go over the top. Now, it's very likely that they would just die automatically due to all the other soldiers and stuff. But let's just see what it would look like if 2 soldiers got in a confrontation with that knife I showed you earlier. Trench nail, trench knife. So they'd ready themselves and their weapon, either a no man's land, a trench, and there would probably be outside interference, but we're just gonna assume there's not. And they'd go, oh, okay, please get up. And they would rush at each other and go, oh, that was too effective. Now he's gonna fall back. And now his legs are broken. Oh my goodness. Well, usually they would not have that good accuracy because they'd be panicked. The other person might attack first, but that guy got lucky, bro. Can you like stay up? But since he's technically alive right now, let's just have him launch a counter. Come on, we can do it. Just rotate this a bit. Well, instead of it, yeah, this is a good angle. This isn't really how they'd hold it. Maybe it is, but they'd go like, oh, me leg. That was cringe. I meant to do like the my leg. Well, let's just say he died because I don't really want him to interfere that much with the other people. Yeah, I've won. But since he's about to die, let's just get rid of him too. And now I'm finally going to demonstrate what it would look like when soldiers would really go over the top. That meant they'd go directly, charge through no man's land, which is this little snippet that I made. And usually, like, as you'd imagine, the soldiers don't want them to get in there. Barbed wire would usually be there. That would break their feet. Not break their feet, but, like, heavily injure him. The other soldiers would have, like, machine guns and artillery and go. Oh my god. Usually that would not happen. I don't think that usually happens. But like they successfully defend themselves most of the time. And even when they do take land, the other forces would usually, like the other trenches, would usually just claim it back. and going over the top usually had way more losses than wins. But let's just assume they safely make it in. These five soldiers. These guys are just gonna back up. And we are going to get rid of these people, which, even though it's very crazy as they died, we'll just gonna get rid of them. And these soldiers would be like going in, of course. I don't think all of them can make it in, so we'll just drop 3 in. And as you can imagine, these people, no, actually they're in a good position. Because the soldiers are invading their trench. They have more people, so they go. Oh my god, why are these weapons so much stronger? Last time I used them, they weren't this strong. And sometimes the other soldiers would actually get a leg up. They'd take down some. Well, since these guys' legs are broken, I don't really think. Oh my god. Do not try this at home. I mean, I don't know where you get access to these weapons, but if you ever do get access to these, do not try it at home, guys. Well then, these guys actually throw a grenade. That's how they could get some damage. A grenade from free. Oh, this guy escapes. Oh wait, that actually wasn't as damaging as I thought. Kind of, because, bro, this guy's weapon has entered this guy's, like, vital organs. Oh my goodness. So this is how they get the upper hand. By, like, killing the people in the trench, of course. So then, these people just take your weapon. It's imbued in the trench. So I guess we're just gonna have to move this guy to do it manually. Okay, so all the people in this trench are dead. So you'd think that they just won, right? Oh my. Well, that was unfortunate. Well, let's assume they're both still alive. Well, the downside is the reinforcements are going to arrive any second from the other trench, and they all have weapons. So, let's just say they throw a whole bunch of grenades. Let's see if these troops can survive. This is probably going to be bad for my PC while recording. Let's just go over it here to make. Well, I just saw someone fly by, so I don't think that's a good sign. Let's just check up on him. Well, just like the other guy didn't have legs, this guy doesn't have arms. Is he currently alive? He is. Oh, well, he was for. He gets the Purple Heart badge, which is awarded to soldiers who like do heroic acts to like save their other like people in the platoon, like jumping on a grenade. There was actually someone who survived jumping on a grenade to protect their fellow soldiers twice. I don't know if he's like still. I mean, he might not still be alive. He might have even died in the war, but still. But anyway, that was the war mod. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You might even try it out for yourself. I demonstrated quite a bit, so I think it's time to say goodbye.